The Palworld 1.0 update is finally here, and I'm Zekter. I'll be telling you about all the cool new things that were added. Timestamps below, there is a lot to cover, so get a snack. Level cap has been raised from level 65 to 80, which of course brings new technology to unlock. Pocket Pair might be Japanese, but they do love adding to our Second Amendment rights by adding 13 new weapons to the game, in the following level order. At level 17, you get the Primitive Sword, return to the Age of Knights and slaughter the animals. At level 40, you get the Metal Bat. This doesn't mean you'll have a successful baseball career, just a criminal record of animal abuse. At level 67, you unlock the Mechanical Bow. It has higher initial velocity when firing arrows, and it also has Pierce. An enhanced version of Lily's Spear at level 68. You'll need the new ore for it. A combat SMG also at level 68. God, I do love guns. A prototype shotgun at level 69. Nice. Not sure why it's a prototype being that late in the game. The heavy assault rifle at level 70. I will be assaulting many living things with this weapon, in-game of course. Level 72 will grant you the tactical grenade launcher. Who needs tactics when you have explosions? A legally distinct lightsaber, please don't sue Disney. The laser sword is unlocked at level 73. The beam scatter, unlocked at level 75, is a rifle that scatters bullets in a wide area. Basically, if it's in front of you, it's dead. Level 77 brings us the drone launcher. It works like the Terra Prism from the Terraria collab, but cool in sci-fi. The plasma rifle gets unlocked at level 78. One shot can spread an electrical discharge to nearby enemies. We really are all connected by gun violence. Lastly, at level 80, we got the beam launcher, which shoots spears of light that cause massive explosions. And although not a weapon, there is a plasma multi-cutter that is the highest tier pickaxe and axe combo, making resource gathering super efficient, and that's unlocked at level 54. Side note, some weapons have been removed, like the elemental crossbows. The ammo is still there, so all bows and crossbows can use the elemental arrows now. I think that's a much better system. There is 44 new accessories you can find out in the world, but there are a few you can craft, like the extra weapon holder 1 and 2, adding 2 more weapon slots to your character. They are unlocked at level 27 and level 54 with ancient technology points. A new shield at level 71, and then a new armor set in the traditional, normal, heat, cold, and lightweight, unlocked at levels 68, 75, 77, and 79 respectively. The corrosive mist mask at level 76, you'll need it in some of the areas that have toxic gas. Then the explosion resistant undershirt, making you blast proof, unlocked at level 76. And finally, the most important accessory, the new wing pack, which is an updated glider that allows you to glide and fly if you give it batteries, with it being unlocked at level 80. Let's cover the new base tech. At level 24, you will unlock the new clinic. Pals with medicine production can be assigned to it, aiding in your base's pal sanity, with the upgraded version, the ancient clinic, being unlocked at level 73. Next is the high quality monitoring stand at level 28, which is an upgraded version of the regular monitoring stand. It decreases the sanity required for pals to do tasks at base. So hard slave labor is back on the table, and an even better version unlocked at level 71. The log site Mark II can be unlocked with ancient technology points at level 43. My wood has never been more plentiful. We always have to dig deeper, and with the high-pressure crude oil extractor, it's no problem. No longer do we need oil nodes to get oil. This thing will suck and crack the hardest of places, and it's unlocked at level 51. The Aqueduct Construction Kit allows foundations to be placed on water, unlocked at level 66. Finally, beachfront property. The Ancient Furnace at level 66 will help you smelt faster and is required for the new ores. The Ancient Workbench, unlocked at level 67, allows pals to craft any item in one place. The one-stop shop, but I'll miss my conveyor belts. Level 67 brings a new construction set, even more futuristic than the last time we got a structure set. At level 70, we have the Ancient Kitchen, which allows cooking of any food in the game, and there's a lot of new food recipes this update. The Sorolite Quarry, which is the new ore, is unlocked at level 72 with ancient technology points. The Ancient Pal Bed is unlocked at level 73, which is the best new bed in the game, allowing speedy recovery for any sleepy pal. This is important. At level 74, you will unlock the Ancient Relic Recycler. You will find relics and other junk on the map, and this machine will turn it into useful items, like the one-time use passive skill implants. This will be a great way to put rainbow passives on your old pals. The Ancient Power Generator is your new electricity generation station. Unlocked at level 75, it is prone to overheating though, so have some backup batteries at base. The Ancient Hot Springs at level 76, and it's just a better hot spring. Most of the ancient stuff is just the greater version of the last. But the Ancient Hatchery, on the other hand, comes with some benefits when you unlock it at level 76. It fully automates everything when it comes to breeding, production, incubation, and a higher chance to inherit rare skills. All digitized, no fucking required. At level 78, you will get the Ancient Material Synthesizer. Any resource in the game that is wood or ore-based can be created from this device, but only one pal can be assigned to it at a time. Then also at level 78, you have the Ancient Farm, which does any crop in a more compact design. Lastly, scattered through the technology tree, there is new statues, furniture, and greenery, so you can make your base look nice and pretty. Many places around Palworld have been updated, but we will focus on all the new areas, such as Sunreach, which are the floating islands to the south of the map, directly east from Faybreak Island. The map is covered in clouds. You'll be looking for the watchtower to clear it up. There are 7 new islands scattered all over the map, with either a volcano, desert, or ruin type biome. Some of the new pals only spawn there, so make sure to venture out. There are new settlements added to the Bamboo Groves, the Snowy Mountains, Sakurajima, and Sunreach. Each settlement will have NPCs that give you new quests for XP and loot. The wildlife sanctuaries have seen a budget increase, adding much tighter security. You can go in stealthy or be loud and proud, but there are spotlights and drones everywhere, making stealing much harder. But if you succeed, you can get some rare pals and loot. It is finally time. We now have access to the World Tree. But to get inside, you'll have to defeat all the tower bosses, including the new one on Sunreach's floating islands. In order to fight Ori and Xiaolong, you'll have to disable the island's defense system. Scattered through the floating islands, you will find beacons of blue light. You must get to the top of the towers to disable them. Once all are disabled, you'll get a cutscene of the boss tower being revealed from the tornado. After collecting all the tokens from the roaming bosses in the region, you'll be able to fight Ori and Xiaolong. I have my damage up to make this guide, so it'll be much harder than what I'm showing. After you defeat all the tower bosses, talk to Ori at the base of her tower, and she will give you a quest line to get the Sky Whale. The Moby Huge will be needed to break the force field surrounding the World Tree. North of the small desert, you will find a small island called the Deserted Islet. There will be an NPC there that will help you continue the quest. You'll be sent on a scavenger hunt around the map to visit whale corpses, because we're going to use dead whale bones to make a flute. Once you collect all 4 pieces, go back to your base and you should be able to craft the flute. Return to the Deserted Isle and talk to the NPC. You will then have access to fight the level 70 boss fight with Panthalus. Again, the fight will be much harder than how I'm showing it. I just make the guides and try to make you laugh. But once you beat him down, you can throw a pal sphere at him to catch him. You will then take your new Sky Whale friend to the base of the World Tree. Activating the altar will initiate a cutscene and get you inside the World Tree. Quite an epic quest to get inside, but now that you're finally here, let's look at the biomes. You have the freezer section at Walmart to the northwest. The Scarlet Rot to the north. This is why you need the gas mask from the accessory section of the video. The regular magical forest. The whimsical Wisteria Grotto. And then the Golden City that leads to the final boss. To fight the final boss, you'll need to beat his guardians scattered in the World Tree, but I don't want to spoil the fight for myself or you, so get to grinding. Or go watch my buddy Speakerhead because he already beat it. Or if you're watching this video far into the future, maybe I made a video about it. Now onto the pals. There's 48 brand new pals added to the game. Them and their locations are as followed, in Paldex order. Man's best friend, Pupperole, can be found around gassy Behemoth Hills. You know, where the giant mammal rest is. Ye Old Luckety Irish, Clovey, is located around the Desolate Church. Also where I put my main base. There will be a drunken turf war. The twin fish-made cocksleeves, Amoni, can be found roaming at the floating islands to the south or west of the desolate church. Whisker me away to the afterlife. Wispaw is located around the beginning parts of the main island group at night, or inside the world tree, day or night. Tampex the tampon bird, Muffy, is located around the ancient burial sites and the left side of the floating islands. Hassan Shock the dog Barker, Puffles, can be found shocked around the sealed realm of the Thunder Dragon, or in the northwest part of the floating islands. Elvis Grovely, Elgrove, is found around the sealed realm of the Thunder Dragon and in the South Wildlife Preserve. I did also see him inside the World Tree, but the map doesn't show that. Poe and Tiger's tomboy daughter, Leafin, is located inside Mossanda Forest and the right side of the floating islands. Hug me, you prick. Nidal is all over the North Desert and down at the Scoring Islet, east of the Wildlife Preserve. Magma Olmadron from Monster Hunter, Moldrone, is found in the northeastern part of the volcano. The sassiest Hex Girl, Magex, is performing at the West Wildlife Preserve and in the Scarlet Rot inside the World Tree. Sekhmet's Bondage Keeper, Gildra, can be found all over the Great Desert up in the northeastern part of the map. Samurai Sushi, Couples Masturbation Fish, Scutless, can be found roaming or fished up in the small desert and in the floating islands. Anything is a dildo if you're brave enough. Pure Drone is located up in the east of the Great Desert on Flame Pulse Islet. Just a cute little guy, Snugglue, can be found eating Lily's ass around her boss tower. The Vorborn Venus Cocktrap, Carnivora, is located up in the North Desert Wildlife Preserve for good reason. Give that ghost a drill to pierce the heavens. Duelith is fighting the power around No Man's Trail at the base of the Himalayan mountains and inside the World Tree all the way to the east. He is also a roaming boss on the Circular Ruin Islet. R-rated Animal Crossing, Sexmet, I'm not letting you forget that typo, Bucky, is dancing all over the Great Desert and Sandstone Gate to the west of the volcano. I Am the Turtle That Arranges the Blocks, Tetrois, is playing Tetris up in the Great Desert, and he's also a roaming boss up there. He is very hard to miss. He's huge. Fat Bastard's pet dog, Buldesu, can be found in the Cherry Blossom Forest on Sakurajima. The cat that voluntarily loves you, Valentail, is located on the floating islands in the middle of Sunreach. Sock'em Shock'em Snail Scrotum, Snock, is found slugging around the middle of the floating islands as well. That fuzzy feeling online, Sulfaline, is drifting around in the east part of the floating islands. She is very small, so keep your eyes peeled. Run Candace Run, Laperon, is roaming the north parts of the floating islands of Sunreach. You know that hoodie your girlfriend never gave back? Just kidding, you're single. Hoodle is also stalking the north part of the floating islands. Swallow it all like a good boy, Solowat, is near the top middle of the floating islands of Sunreach. Bake me a cake as fast as you can. Bake me is haunting the north part of the floating islands. Whitebeard Edward Newfish, Salmora, can be found roaming or fished up all around the floating islands of Sunreach. Maybe looking for the One Piece. I think this is the most over-designed pal ever. Lapure can be found fragrancing the south part of the floating islands. Probably top 10 least favorite pals. The Edgy Pterodactyl, a Drolin, is a level 69 roaming boss in the southwest part of the Sunreach floating islands. Beacon's cooler older brother, Dynamoth, is roaming the skies of the west side of the floating islands of Sunreach. Tokatoke's flamboyant cousin, Tropiclaw, is derping around the north-middle area of the floating islands. He's pretty entertaining to watch. The hair follicle on my nutsack, Flaricle, is a roaming boss on the southeast part of Sunreach at level 68, and also inside the World Tree in the Scarlet Rot.
Hey Peter, it's me, Lotus Griffin.
Ophidil is all the way to the west of Sunreach as a roaming boss, drinking her way into her late 60s. Where Did My Cock Go? Magic Glory Hole, Duplin, can be found scattered all over the map. Don't know how, I never saw him, but he's inside the World Tree as well in the Wisteria Forest. This bird looks like he's ready to tell me about his master plan. Roger can be found plotting inside the World Tree to the west and throughout the Scarlet Rot. Itty Bitty Titty Committee, flat as Justice, Vanessa, is located inside the World Tree in the Scarlet Rod as well. Scarlet Jocelium with a Michael Kors handbag, Mycoria, is infesting the World Tree to the south of the Golden City. The creepy old plague doctor, Lumen, is guiding souls in the south side inside the World Tree as well. Can't get a read on him, but for some reason I don't trust him. The Make-A-Wish Foundation took the child's request literally. Wistelia is located to the east part of Sunreach as a level 66 roaming boss, and inside the World Tree to the west. Has less polygons than 2B's ass, Solanae can be found dancing inside the World Tree at the Golden City. Vastagor's worthy rival, Renjishi, is a roaming boss inside the Scarlet Rot area of the World Tree. The Flying Toaster Dragon, Adragon, is a roaming boss inside the World Tree in the cliffs below the Golden City. Long Dong Silver Ching Chong, Shalong, is flying above the middle part of the World Tree in the Wisteria Forest. Have no fear, Mothman is here. Sylvance is guarding the inside of the World Tree at the Shine Sport Root Altar down in the southern tip of the map. He is a roaming boss. I have no idea what I'm looking at, but Dandy Lord is one of the guardians of the final boss, and he's all the way to the north in the Scarlet Rot as a roaming boss. And finally, we covered Panthalus earlier, but I know what you're thinking, Nora. Moby Huge would break you. Alright, spoiler warning. The last pal is the final boss. Skip to the next timestamp if you don't want to know. I'll give you a few seconds. Okay. Where is my fucking Astralium egg, Bucky? The fuck you mean we can't turn the final boss into my pet? I conquered the game for what? A fucking haircut? I do hope Palworld has version 1.1, because if not, I'm starting a riot. On to the variants. There are 25 brand new variants. Them and their locations are as followed, in Paldex order. Who lit the weed monkey on fire? Tansy Ignis can be found smoking near the desolate church. Who shit in my cotton candy? Wallypup Terra can be found all over Suncrest Islet to the west of Sakurajima. The Pastel Gothopus, Gloopy Primo can be found roaming or fished up at the floating islands, or fished up inside the World Tree at these locations. Santa's Rejected Reindeer, because it's a horse, Univolt Christ, is inside the World Tree in the Snow region. Chocolate-flavored Sea Dog, Polyptera, is derping around Suncrest Islet to the west of Sakurajima. Ho ho ho, it's Krampus! Elgrove Christ can be found in the Walmart freezer section inside the World Tree. Sakura Phoenix Flower, Petilia Ignis, is located inside the World Tree near the Wisteria Grove. Who froze my bacon? Beacon Christ can be found in the freezer section at your local Walmart. Just kidding, he's inside the World Tree in the ice area. Rayman on Ice, Rayhound Christ is located around the Snow Mountains, and also at the ice area inside the World Tree. Just don't freeze your dog, it's already been zapped. The Black Prick was bound to be bigger. Needall Noct can be found in the North Desert only at night. A Cold-Blooded Lizard, Moldrone Christ, is a roaming boss inside the World Tree's freezer section at level 78. Basic Rich Bitch, Syllabex Primo, can be found in the south side of the World Tree. STD Sex Toy, Scutless Ignis, can be found or fished up at Flamepost Islet, east of the Grand Desert, and inside the World Tree in the Golden City. This is just a horse. Starion Primo is located inside the World Tree in the Wisteria Forest. Sitting Icicle, Pyrodrone Christ, is chilling on the floating islands down south. He blends in with the terrain, so keep your eyes open. The Corrupted Anti-Spiral, Duelith Noct, is found as a roaming boss on the west of Faybreak on Glacial Memento Island, and then inside the World Tree in the small region of the freezer section at Walmart. Your mom's bedside toy Buzz, Prickster Lux, is infesting the Sandstone Gate west of the volcano. Unsolved Rubik's Cube, Petrois Primo, can be found unsolved inside the World Tree at the Golden City. Gaslight Rabbit, Nightmare Baton, is located in the east part of the map on the circular Ruin Island. Smokey Not the Polar Bear, Smokey Christ, is west of Faybreak on Glacial Memento Island. The Deer of Disgrace, Celestir Noct, is a roaming boss guarding the entrance to the final boss in the Golden City at level 79. Budget Optimus Prime, Noclum Ignis, is all the way south on Bicornus under Faybreak, and inside the World Tree to the east. The Slimy Heated Vibrator, Snock Lux, can be found inside the World Tree around the Korod Hollow. Bright Idea, Salmari Lux, can be found roaming or fished up all over the floating islands and inside the World Tree, mostly at the Golden City. And lastly, the Nightmare of the Sky, Edrolin Ignis, can be found inside the World Tree to the north in the Crimson Rot. There's a couple new passive skills that I was able to find. They are Branch Master, which increases the farming work suitability by 2. Reload Master increases the player's reload speed. Lightfoot, which increases mount jump count. Healing Coach, which gives the player 5% extra auto health regeneration. Wellness Watcher, player stamina consumption minus 5%. Heavyweight, which gives a pal 20% extra defense and immunity to knockback. Lavish Hospitality, more items dropped when killing. There is also a new category of passive skills called World Tree Passives. They have a huge buff and then a debuff. Some examples include Demon Hand, work speed plus 90%, but sanity drops faster. Never a problem at my base, them bitches work depressed. Having these skills on a pal will be necessary to get World Tree resources like the new Radiant Gems that make your pals stronger. Many old passive skills have been buffed or adjusted, like the old elemental passives, and they've seen a damage increase. Nocturnal was renamed to Insomniac. I thought that was funny considering I spent all night making this guide. Please subscribe for my sanity. Some older pals have received updates and had mechanics changed or redesigned, such as Fangalope. He looks more aggressive and powerful. I like this much more than the original design. Robinquill, looking more like a ranger or Peter Pan. I also think this one looks better than the original. And Verdash. He looks different enough from Cinderace now, but I still don't like him. Sorry Verdash, nothing personal. Partner skills of old pals have been updated or changed. Wording is now more clear, and some partner skills have changed or were added to. So make sure to check them all out. Almost all of them have been changed, and it will clearly state if the partner skill stacks or doesn't with multiple pals in your party or base. Work suitabilities have changed, going to level 10 now. Many pals have been rebalanced for this. In addition, each time a pal ranks up, one of its work suitabilities will be increased as well. The work suitability books are now much more easier to obtain, and they added the farming one. Condensing has been reduced, no longer requiring 116 pals, and now only requires 48, making grinding a raid team much easier, but less carnage. I like the Blender segment in Pal Showcase. Capture bonus has been adjusted, going from level 12 down to 5, so you can progress in the game without catching the same pal over and over again. Predator pals no longer spawn at fixed locations, instead they spawn randomly at low chances throughout the entire map. Finally, easier ways to get predator cores. There is a new mutation mechanic when it comes to breeding. Sometimes pals will be stronger than normal, and pals from mutated eggs can have higher stats and unique passives. Along with this, there is new cakes that can manipulate what happens when breeding, so make sure you check out the new cake recipes. And finally, some pals have had a type change, and it's Lavander. It was neutral and now it's dark. I still haven't caught this predator in my main save, and I sure as hell will be keeping it that way. Keep your Fudacock away from my ass. There are a couple new mechanics that have been added or changed. For instance, Litmog effigies have been reworked into pal effigies. You can now collect effigies of various pals to enhance the player's stats. The pal surgery table was added in Tides of Terraria, but now you can get disposable implants, which are one-time use passive skills that you can apply to existing pals. You're able to find rainbow passives this way, making it much easier to get Demon God and other rainbows on raid pals without having to resort to RNGesus. Tower bosses have gotten an arena upgrade. Each tower boss has their own arena, making boss fights feel different and unique, so make sure to fight them all again to see the changes. Speaking of the arena, there is a new level to beat at the Pal Arena. Show the Palpagos Islands that you are the best of the best, and worthy of gaining the legend title. And the other ranks have been adjusted, along with match timer being reduced to 2 minutes instead of 5. Base changes! Some quality of life improvements around base have been implemented, but also a change to the raid system. It is now wave-based, and the enemies now vary depending on the environment. As an example, here in the volcano, the Brothers of the Pyre will come attack you instead of it being random like it used to. They also added a negotiator, which lets you bribe him to make sure a raid doesn't happen, which I think is bullshit. It's like the Mafia offering window insurance. While within base range, players can now fast travel directly from the map. You can now travel between bases or to Great Eagle statues without interacting with the PAL box at base. A new option has been added to chests so players can auto-deposit matching items without opening the chest, along with being able to rename them, making your storage a little more neat. That's all the main things I thought were worth mentioning in the 27 pages of patch notes. Thanks, Bucky, I've been up all night. So if you want to read other changes, the patch notes will be linked below. There is a lot of smaller changes I did not cover because I'm sleep deprived and I'm trying to get this guide done in 24 hours. So please, subscribe and watch my Palworld animations and other content. My new animation comes out next week. Or don't, I'm not your fucking mom.
Unless you want me to be.
I'm dying.